Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I've got a few things on my mind today. Let's just say something that I've recently enjoyed. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but I'm going to miss it now. We'll see what that's about. Also, we've got one of those relationship stories that will have you picking each side. It's not about cheating, it's to do with food. We also talk about a very British classic that I end up talking way too much about, and a teacher who got themselves into a very smelly situation. Oh, of course, someone's got their phone on silent again. It's all coming up today on episode 192, Spill the Beans. People, it's me again. I have an absolute dilemma, folks. Yeah, something has returned that I did not want. They are back, but there's not one of them, there's two. Well, I've spotted two. Rats. Can you believe rats are back in my garden? They are absolutely loving it. I don't know where these rats are coming from. Is it the issues of Birmingham not picking up their bins and collecting them because they're paying an agency and they just can't be asked to do it? Honestly, the rats are back. Even the foxes are back. There's a fox that keeps coming into the front of my drive and decides to rip open some of the black bags that my wife, I don't know why, leaves them on the driveway. I mean, that's just bait, isn't it? That's like, come and have a little nibble, come and have a sniff, and come and see what you can take. Oh, there might be some peanut butter in there. There could be some chutney. It could be anything. It could be leftover curry that my husband made and nobody wants to eat it because it's too spicy. You can have it, mate. It's all right. I've seen 2 bin bags on my driveway that have been ripped open. Initially, I thought, cats. No, cats won't do that. Foxes. I mean, I'm all for foxes. We're taking over their land. But don't leave your rubbish on the floor. You already know we got a rat infestation going on somewhere. There's an alleyway between my house and another house. And I think that's where the rats are coming from. I've had a look at them. They're not even scared, man. And they're massive. They're huge. Some of these rats are the same size as squirrels. If you saw my garden, you'd say, that is a really nice, clean garden. So it's not even like I've got a messy garden. Maybe because we've got a lot of vegetation. There's loads of flowers and plants. So they've got a good place to hide. And then they've got a hotel. They've got a summer shed that they can just go in and relax. I'm going to have to board that up. I'm sure I've seen them jumping in there. So they've got somewhere warm to stay. I have bought some more rat poison. The one that Rat King was using when he came down, I bought the same stuff. It's like grainy, bluey, grainy colour. They're not cheap either. For what you get, I mean, I think I paid about £10. And I must have filled 3 rat boxes with it. So we'll see how that goes. But I've got a feeling they will investigate it and probably eat that grain. And then hopefully that will solve the problem. You know, I'm in this WhatsApp group for this for the road that I don't live on. How do you become a WhatsApp group member for a road you don't even live on? That's hilarious. It's the road beyond my house. That's where the alleyway is. So we both share the alleyway. 2 different roads. Someone on there said, "Has anyone lost a chicken?" Now, my son wants a chicken. If regular listeners will know that that's what he wants. I don't know why. Probably because when we went to Marrakesh and the villa we stayed in, they had a couple of chickens roaming around the villa. I think that's why he wants it. But somebody in the back of my house has lost a chicken, a white chicken as well. I don't know where it's come from. Someone told me if I get chickens, it does attract rats because of obviously the grains that the chickens eat attracts the rats as well. So I'm wondering whether those rats have come from the person who owns the chickens. Is that why they're around? Or is it because we've just got filthy neighbours somewhere and they just can't be asked to clean anything? I mean, if you look at the alleyway, it's just filled with bushes, and it's a perfect place for any rat or a fox. I mean, do foxes eat rats? I'm not sure. They probably do, and if they do, then they can happily stay, mate. I do not want another rat living in my house. Who loves baked beans? Who can have that every morning or even at lunchtime? They don't care what time of the day it is. Who loves it? Put your hand up. The reason I ask is because on today's British problem, it's all about beans. British problems, it's all about baked beans. Why do they hate it? Yes, that is today's jingle for British problems, which has been put up by Shiny-Headed Cook. Is he actually a cook who has a very shiny head? I'm guessing so. He has a problem with baked beans. Not him, but he's asking a question about it. He's saying that people online are criticising the British love of baked beans. Beans are an amazing, cheap, nutritious item to add to a variety of wide meals. He is right, but what have I ever had baked beans with? I don't eat it much. I eat it now and again. My daughter and my wife, they both love baked beans. They go through baked beans. When I went to Costco a couple of days ago, my wife messaged me and said, make sure you pick up a pallet of baked beans. Not a proper pallet, you know what I'm on about. A pack of beans, and obviously they come in 24 cans, don't they? 24 cans of baked beans, or tins, should I say. 24 tins of baked beans. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I was standing there and I was trying to work out what the actual cost is. So there's 24 tins of baked beans. And I can't remember how much it was now. I think it was 23 quid. So I was trying to work it out myself with a calculator. And it was saying like £1.84. And I was like, is that right? Is it £1.84 a tin? That's expensive. You can go to Aldi and grab a tin for like 55p, something like that. So I took a picture of it, obviously using ChatLGBT, because that has taken over my life. And it was like, no, I worked it out. It's 54 pence per can. And I said, oh, that's not too bad then. And it's Branston beans, which some people like. I mean, some people are Heinz fans, but I think I do like the Branston beans. They are a little bit tastier. I don't know what it is. Maybe they've got more sugar in it than actual beans. So I bought these tin of beans and I took them back home, and my kids and my missus were well happy. And I said to them, don't waste the beans. That's another thing. I've got my own British problem, haven't I? Family wasting beans. Families wasting beans. That's my issue. That's my British problem. My family wasting beans. That's my own issue. My own family's... When I mean... they open a tin of beans. I know I'm getting very annoyed about this. I don't know why it's come on to me, because it's shiny-headed cook who had the issue. Now it's my issue, which I need to address, because I can't tell my family this. So I'm just going to tell my podcast listeners. They will open a tin of beans. They will use the amount they need for whatever it is on their toast, or, I don't know, maybe part of their breakfast, cooked breakfast. For some reason, my wife, she's another culprit. She'll put it in a bowl and she'll leave it in the fridge. And then when I come back, I'm like, why haven't you covered the beans? Why haven't you put cling film on it? Or they just leave it around like it's just, do you know what I mean? I chucked away a whole tin of beans the other day. It was in a pan, left on the side, on top of the cooker, and it was there for hours, and I just looked at it and I went, there's mould growing on that. There's something growing on that. I had to chuck it all away, and it really annoyed me. That's why I told my family, don't waste your beans. It's very important. I love beans. Beans is a true British food that we love. When you go on holiday, you don't really see tins of beans anywhere, do you? There's not many places. I've been to, oh God, I think it was Bulgaria years ago. It was in the supermarket. We didn't even see one tin of beans. You go to Spain, I think you might find it there. Turkey is another one, maybe. How can you not love beans? There's one thing we used to do when I was a kid. One of my cousins, my auntie, she used to make this. So she used to fry onions, right? Get a bit of butter, let it melt, obviously heat it up, and then chop up some onions quite fine. Not a lot, just a little bit, and then chuck it in, and then let it cook for a little bit till it goes light brown, and then add a couple of spices in, and then throw in your beans. And I tell you what, it's absolutely gorgeous. Shiny-headed cook, if you are a cook, try that. You probably already know about that. I don't know, maybe you do. I mean, this is a big issue. This is a big issue. I mean, he's right. Why do people around the world hate beans? Now, funny enough, I had a quick look at this article. I'm going to read a couple of comments. It's from The Guardian, which is a British newspaper, which has its own opinions about everything else in the world. It's saying, why do few people outside the British Isles share our love of tinned beans? The cheap, delicious, and reasonably nutritious. There's a rhyme in there. So they have them on toast at least twice a week. So these are readers' reply to why people love the beans. Somebody's actually put down, because they're not very nice. Okay? I reckon it's how well our simple slices of thick or medium white bread toast. The toast is a huge part. Otherwise, it's just beans on a plate. Now, that is true. I can't just have beans on a plate. You can't just eat beans on its own. You've got to have it with something, haven't you? It's got to, I don't know, maybe sausages. Beans I used to love having when I was at school. Sausage roll, chips and beans. I used to have that nearly every day when I was at secondary school or high school, is it? I don't know what schools they call them in the US. You know what I mean. When you're 14, 15, that age. Kindergarten. Is it kindergarten? Kindergarten's when you're a kid, innit? I'm going off topic now. But there is a Yank who's replied to Shiny-Headed Cook's post. They are saying we would specify what kind of beans. Baked beans would be the sweet beans in a can. Black beans for burritos or rice dishes. Kidney beans for chili. Yeah, baked beans, mate, with sugar in it. I knew it had sugar in it. And like a tomatoey sauce. See, someone else has put down, there's no better snack than beans and sausage on toast. Yeah, absolutely right. Beans and cheese, mate. If you're having a jacket potato, beans and cheese on a jacket potato. Heaven on a plate. I'm almost done painting. Yeah. I'm telling you this with a big smile on my face. My eyes are closed. And I'm just proper happy with myself. I'm actually quite proud. Proud that I've accomplished something in life to do with my house and spent quite a bit of money on paint and tape. And filler and wood filler. You end up doing all these little jobs, wood filling. And then you think, right, I've filled everything that needs doing. You put the tub away, you clean your tools, and then you turn around and then you spot another hole and you think, God damn it. That is literally what's happening in my life. But I think sometimes you only spot it after you've noticed it or you've painted over it and gone, oh, hang on, there's another hole here that needs filling. That's what my life is now, just touching it up. Just like myself. I feel like I've got to touch up my head. I need a transplant. If only I could get a paint that you can slap on my bowl patch and it will just magically grow my hair. That would be absolutely wonderful. You know what, though? I am going to miss the painting. I've actually woke up today. It's my day off. I did loads of painting yesterday. I started 10 o'clock till 4 p.m. And then I went and did a gig up in Thornton Cleveley's, which, if those of you are like, where is that? I've never heard of that. That's by Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is the Vegas of the UK. Actually, Skegness is Skeg Vegas. But I was up there last night. Anyway, it was an okay gig. Somebody who's local from where I live in King Standing was there. I couldn't believe it. I said, you from Kingston? I couldn't believe it. I just ended up having a conversation with her for about a minute. That's me, though. That's how I treat my audience members. I can't remember what I was saying now about painting. Yeah, so I'm going to miss it. Strange, isn't it? Because I woke up and I'm wearing my normal clothes and I'm used to wearing, my painting tracksuit bottoms and any old T-shirt that I grab that I don't really wear. I'm not in that today, and I feel like I need to be in it. It's like a uniform. It's like once I've got that on, I know I'm invincible. I just play my music and just paint away, and I absolutely love it. So I've got one final room to do, and that's the living room. I'm debating whether to change the colour, because I said to my missus, I don't want this colour now. I mean, it's a neutral colour. It's like a chocolatey brown. That's not the only way I could describe it. And then there's like a creamy colour next to it. And I'm getting bored of that now. And I've been using chat LGBT to help me out. Once my house is done, I'm going to tell people that I actually used AI to help me decorate my house. It's insane, but it looks good. And I can't fault it. It really gives you a wider option. Look at me becoming what do you call them things? Oh, God, I can't even remember, man. Is it a designer? Yeah, we'll call it a designer. Now, I forgot to turn my phone off. It's still on. I could receive a phone call any minute, so I've got to be careful. And that is funny enough. On today's No Stupid Question, someone is asking this. No stupid, no stupid, no stupid. It's a no stupid question by Fluffy Cloud. Fluffy Cloud. That's a mouthful. They are asking this no stupid question. Why does everyone keep their phone on silent these days? How many people do you know that keep their phones on silent? I am one of those culprits. My phone is always silent. I don't know why. It's a very good question. The only way I can think of it is because, one, I'm a stand-up comedian, so I don't want my phone ringing out when I'm at a comedy club and someone else is on stage. The other reason is I work during the day and I don't want my phone to ring out because I'd rather it wouldn't. But my watch does. And I don't know how to turn it on to silent. So when somebody rings, my watch literally starts playing a ringtone, and it can get a bit awkward, especially when you're around people who know that you shouldn't be on your phone, especially when you're at work. And the other reason I think is I don't want to get disturbed at night, so I just leave it on silent. That is the reason my phone is always on silent. My wife's phone is always on silent. Every time I try to get in touch with her, she never answers. So I have to end up calling one of my kids because my kids, for some reason, have implanted the mobile phones onto their hands. It's magical. Every child has got it. I think that's how humans will be born now. When you get a new baby, they'll be born with a mobile phone in their hand. They'll pop out, and they'll have a mobile phone. Or they'll have the new iPhone. It's not even released. They're from the future. Yeah, and let's get back to this fluffy cloud question. They have put some more comments down. They're saying, I am a new user on here. Hello, new user. But that aside, everyone I know never picks up their phones. They might respond to texts and Discord pings, but as soon as I call them, they never pick up. They probably don't want to speak to you. I've got a mate who always calls me, and sometimes I've got him on the phone and I'm driving and we're not even talking. It's just like silence. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to put the phone down because you're not saying nothing. We've spoke about everything you wanted to. Can I listen to my music? That's what I feel like doing. Maybe you're one of those people, Fluffy Cloud. There's an obligatory prompt. I know this is no stupid questions, not no rules questions. That's okay. It's fine. It's a good question. Why do people have their phones on silent? Let me try and answer this for you. Is it the same reasons I have? Work. Not comedians, but maybe they do something else on the side. Or they just don't like the sound of their phone ringing because they know they have to pick it up. So if it's on silent and someone's calling, you can just look at it and go, I'll call them later. That could be it. Loads and loads of people have replied to Fluffy Cloud. I'm not going to read all of them. But she's put an edit on there. I'm saying she. It's probably a bloke. Well, those are some quick replies. Thank you for the comments. I just low-key miss people's voices. But yeah, notifications can be so annoying. That is true. Notifications is another one. Bing, ding, and this and that. Oh, it does me bloody head in. You know what else does my head in? I know I'm going on one today, and I'm full of energy. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I forgot what I was going to tell you what does my head in. Oh, God. Oh, that was it. Now, next week it's Halloween, isn't it? So I'm thinking of doing another Halloween special. But I'm not going to do all the voices and stuff because that took me so long to do. And I didn't get very much feedback. If you're a big fan of Halloween and the spiritual world and all that, go back to my 2 Halloween specials that I recorded. God, they were ages ago now, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Have a listen to them. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed making them because it made me laugh. So I might do a Halloween special. Now, there might be a dilemma as well. I don't know if I've told you this, guys, but I'm actually going to get my kitchen done. Somebody's got the money, eh? Yeah, so the next renovation in the house is the kitchen. Me and my wife, we both thought about it long and hard, and we thought, yep, we need to get the kitchen done. It's 16 years old. Everything's falling apart. The cupboards are falling apart. Literally, you open the cupboard under the sink and it falls off. It falls on the ground. I have to pick it up. And I can't even put the hinge back on because that's just rotted. Now, when you see rotted, because of water. Rotten, what's it called? Chalkboard? It's that type of material. It's a cheap kitchen, you know what I mean? DIY. And it's just falling apart. So we're getting the kitchen done. And because where I record my podcast, it's literally next to the kitchen. There might be builders in there. There's going to be noise. As soon as my new kitchen units arrive from a designer company, who I won't mention, unless they sponsor me and I get a discount. Actually, that's a very good idea. Shall I say to them, I do a podcast, I'm a comedian. If I can plug your kitchen, sponsor it some way, give me $1,000 or maybe $2,000 discount, I will do it for them. I will do a whole episode just on kitchens. That's hilarious. So we're getting the kitchen done, as I said. So there might be noise in the background. I might just record a Halloween special today, and then at least it's ready to be released. So if you're not into spooky stuff, that episode probably won't be for you, but I'm going to try and make it funny and hilarious. I am going way over my time. I should be doing a weird news story, but I've decided to keep the podcast going because I did pick it, and it is an a-hole question. Let's see what it's about.
Am I the a-hole?
Tell me the truth. Is Fries Guys an a-hole? Is Fries Guys an a-hole? He's changed his name to Fries Guy, and it's to do with fries. Fries Guy is saying, is he an a-hole for videotaping his wife eating all of his fries to make a point? I don't know what this is all about. Maybe she's a fan of fries, you're a fan of fries. That's why she married you, because you're Fries Guy and she's Fries Girl. That's probably what it is. I want to know, what's your favourite fry? Where is it actually from? Is it McDonald's? Is it KFC? KFC fries are disgusting. Is it Burger King fries? What type of fries do you like? I don't mind the Costco one. The Costco fries are pretty decent. Let's carry on with the podcast before I go on another rant. Fries Guys is saying, I've seen many posts about wives, girlfriends who insist they don't want anything when the husband or boyfriend is getting food, but then proceed to eat his food. So I apologise if this sounds familiar. It's fine, mate. Let's crack on. I don't eat a lot of fast food, but I do indulge when we have long drives. My wife typically packs a lot of healthy snacks for herself, yogurt, salads, protein bars. I like McDonald's. She claims the food is disgusting. She's kind of right. But then invariably wants a few fries and ends up eating half of them or more, although she always denies eating so many and claims she only had a few. On the trip in question a couple of weeks ago, she and I and my 13-year-old son, happy birthday to him, Nick, his name's Nick, wife needs a bathroom, so we pull off at an exit. There's a McDonald's. His son go and order the food while she's in the bathroom. I asked her if she wanted anything. She always says no. So he goes to get his McDonald's. He pays $5, roughly $6. Thank you for telling us how much it is. A value meal. It includes a McDouble, 4 nuggets, small fries, and a drink. Plenty of food for me. It would still be plenty if my wife took a few or a couple of fries. I like McDonald's fries, but I always eat them last because while I don't mind if the fries are not piping hot, I do like the other food best when it's still warm. He's got a side note. Having read other Reddit stories on this topic, I'm sure some will say just order more fries even though she says she doesn't want anything. I've tried. I get a medium for me. I give her the small from the value meal. A medium fries is almost $4. That's adding over 60% to the cost of the meal. And when I've done this, then she insists on not touching the fries because I told you not to get any for me. Women just like to argue, mate. That's what it is. So now I've got a small fries and a medium fries to eat on my own, which I can do. But it seems like a waste to spend another $4 since I was perfectly happy with the original amount of food. Anyway, on this day, I tell my son I want to do an experiment. I tell him after we get our food, get back to the car, take out all of his food, take my burger and give it to me and take my nuggets, hold them in the back seat so that the only thing left in the bag is my fries. Now, admittedly, a small fries at McDonald's isn't that many, but it's typically at least 20 to 30 fries. I tell him to put the bag with the fries on the console between my wife and my seat and set up his phone to take a video of the bag from the back seat, which will record until I tell him to stop. I tell him that I am not going to put up my hand in the bag anytime, and I predict his mum will eat all my fries. Sure enough, we're driving along, I'm eating my burger, small talk. Wife's hand goes into the bag several times. I ask my son for nuggets, I eat those. For your information, I eat them with sauce free, so there's no mess in the car. This guy's funny, man. All the while smirking to myself as I see my wife's hand go back in the bag for more. Finally, she says, okay, give me your garbage, and starts putting in the McDonald's bag. I say, what are you doing? And she says, cleaning up. I say, I still need to eat my fries, and she says, we ate them all, honey. So loudly he shouted, what do you mean we ate them all? I haven't had any. To be clear, I wasn't mad. This was the result I was expecting, but I tried to act mad while suppressing the laughter. She said, don't be silly, I only had a couple, and I repeated that I had not had a single fry and that I had video evidence to prove it. She said, what do you mean? And I said that Nick had taken a video of the past 20 minutes or so, and you will not see me take any fries from that bag. So if they're all gone, it's because you've ate them all. And she blew up at me and him in a way I did not expect, yelling, videotaping without consent. That's so American. As if I had a more superstitious sex tape or something erroneous like that. Yelling at Nick for going along with your father's foolish prank. That's a great prank. I told her I just wanted her to understand that she eats more of my food than she realizes. And this is why I would prefer just to get a separate order of fries so that we can both enjoy our food without resentment. She never watched the video, although I think she now believes that she did in fact eat all the fries. However, she's been ignoring me and worse, treating our son badly, blowing him up for little things that have never bothered her before for the past 2 weeks, expecting an apology for videotaping her, I guess. I thought this was harmless way to make my point. Am I the a-hole? No, you are not the a-hole. You are entirely just standing up for what you believe your wife is doing. She's nibbling on your fries. She's trying to be healthy, but she can't resist a fry. And yes, next time you go to McDonald's, make sure you get her some. Can you actually believe the time? I've gone over my normal 30 minutes. Unbelievable. Let's end with a weird news. Today's weird news, I think it comes all the way from the US. A teacher was arrested for using poop spray in school, which cost the campus more than $50,000. $5,000 in repairs. Ha 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 ha! A teacher's been using poop spray. This is brilliant. Why is the question. A teaching assistant has been arrested following a series of disturbance at a high school where a mysterious odour plagued the campus for weeks. Alexander Lewis, shout out to Alexander Lewis, who's 32 years old, happy birthday, faces charges of disturbing schools and malicious injury to property after allegedly using a spray designed to mimic the smell of feces. Deputies said Lewis purchased the spray online and used multiple times between August and September, causing significant disruptions. The odour reportedly triggered health issues among students and staff, including headaches, nausea, and dizziness, and resulted in nearly $55,000 in inspection and AC condition repair cost for the district. My son has asthma and has been triggered multiple times because of this. I had to take him to the doctor 3 times, says one parent. In August, the district assured parents via email that inspections of the school gas line, the propane system, and the air quality revealed no danger. However, officials now believe the odour was intentionally caused by Lewis. Lewis appeared in court where a judge set his total bond on over $9,000. The malicious injury to personal property charge would be addressed in general sessions. The court is happening now in November and is looking at paying $8,000 just in charges. The charge of interfering with the school would be heard in Florence Magistrates Court in October, and they're going to charge $1,000 as well. I don't know why you're telling me this. I don't care. That's today's weird news story, and that's how it ends. A teacher arrested for just spraying a little bit of poop spray. Unbelievable. That's the end of the podcast. Hopefully, you'll hear a podcast episode next week. If you don't, you know why. Oh, Lovdev's getting his kitchen done. He's not able to do it. But maybe I'll try and do something for you at least, because I'm getting loads of downloads now, guys. Unbelievably, I'm getting about 300 a week. I don't know where all these people have come from. Maybe it's just the spread of a crazy little thing called Lovdev. I don't know. Enjoy your weekend, your week, whatever it is you're doing. See you later.